Well, hello everyone. My name is Weave Installs. Welcome to the 2015 Denny Buehler Memorial Tournament. We are here in the finals. It's a double elimination bracket. G&O is going to be the away team as Legend Killers are at home. Should the Legend Killers win this one, we'll play one more, and should G&O win, they are this year's champions. So we're going to get underway here in just a moment. Leading things off for G&O, we have Burke, then Crystal, then Johnny. On the mound for the Legend Killers is Kenny, known for his high-velocity fastball, and he's got quite a knuckler himself. It's been, as always, a wonderful weekend here at Spoils Field. And the first pitch is underway. And it's on, and he bolts this deep to right center. He slips, and it's going to one-hop the ball. And Burke's going to round first, head for second, and he's in there with the leadoff double. So it's a good start for G&O as they elect to give Chucky a rest to start this game. We may see him come in later. And that's going to bring Crystal up to the dish. Fine hitter herself. Also has some wheels on the base paths. And the delivery. Swung on, up the middle. And that's another base hit. And they're sending Burke around home. And the throw is unable to be held onto by the catcher. Ball got there before the runner. And so that's a quick one-run lead for G&O. Fine piece of hitting there by Crystal as she gets the RBI, her first of the game. And coming up now, we have Johnny, who takes the first pitch walk. So Johnny's going to head to second on that with Crystal at third. And that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Punky. Swung on, lifted shallow center, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit. Crystal comes in to score. So that's the second run of the game for G&O. And Johnny scoots over to third with Punky on first, getting the RBI. And that brings up Pat. Pat's a pretty good guy. You should get to know him if you get the opportunity. He's going to take this one deep, and that ball is going to push him to second base, and coming in to score is Johnny. So it's a 3-0 lead for G&O. Quick start for them. And we got a fly ball, lifted left field and caught. And that is out number two. Excuse me, out number one. Base runners on second and third. As Tanya flies out to left there. And here's Timmy, line shot up the middle. Punky's gonna come in to score. They're gonna wave Pat around. And he's gonna come in and make it 5-0 for G&O. Standing on top of the Legend Killers. 2 RBI single for Timmy. Hits it right where it was pitched. And here's Becky. Pitch coming in. Lifted. And liner caught at third base by Shaq. So it's now 2 away. And here is Sheik, who just wants to remind you all to use protection at all times. If you have any protective gear you could wear, it is recommended. And takes a tricky hop there at second base. He reaches first. And let's see how the official score rules that one. Turns out this is still softball. That's going to be ruled a base hit. So that's going to bring up Becca. And she takes a big cut, lifts it to right center. And they're going to wave around Timmy. And catcher can't handle it as Sheik advances to third on the throw. And Becca will go to second with an RBI base hit. So it is now a 6-run lead for Gino. And we've already batted around the order. That's going to bring Burke up once again. He led off the inning with a double. Later came around to score on Crystal's RBI single. And this one jacked high and deep, but right center field is there for out number 3. But Gino gets some damage done as they take off a 6-run lead. As we head to the bottom of 1, we're going to see the Legend Killers come up. Berg's going to lead things off for us. On deck is Annie. And then we'll see Zach. As you can see, spirits are high for everyone here. Speaking of spirits, I've imbibed my own, and I'm really feeling it today. So please bear with me as I do my best to relay everything that's happening to you. It is not recommended you turn on your closed captioning because it is not provided. And Gino in the field, warming up. Your umpire today is a man. And it's going to get a couple more warm-up pitches in there. And we'll be good to go. All right, everyone's getting set here. Berg to the plate. And here is the pitch. And it's short, so he'll head to second on the 1-pitch walk, which is a little bit different, you may be thinking. But you know what? It's 2015. And Annie's gonna also walk, as that pitch went a little bit deep there. It's gonna bring up Zach. Zach also swinging from the left side. And let's see, was that a balk? Oh no, they're just talking trash. Time in. And this one's lifted high to right center. Sheik under it and caught. Berg tagging, headed to third with 1 away. And job well done out there in it, right center. So that's going to bring up Dana. Dana is 0 for 0 this game, which makes sense. It is the first inning. And lined up the middle. And Sheik's got that one too. Runner headed home. And Berg gets in there easily. So Legend Killers now on the board. Make this a 6-1 ball game. 2-1. Or 6-1 ball game with 2 down. And coming up now is the kid who had 7 RBIs last game, all through the first 3 innings. And he'll take the ball. All right, so he's going to head to second with Andy coming around to third. And behind the kid, we got Shaq at first. So here's Brad. The base is juiced, 2 away. And that's a line shot to right field. And that's going to drive in 2. And Shaq will hold at second. Annie coming in as well as the kid. And as you can see, nice line drive swing there to drive in a couple, making this a 6-3 ball game. And here is Michelle. And she takes that one for a ball and a walk. That's going to load up the bases. So bases loaded once again. Here's Kenny, who's been on the mound for the Legend Killers, pitching many complete games this tournament. The pitch, and that is wide and deep. So that's going to score 2 more, making this a 1-run ball game, 6-5. G&O still just barely on top. And we're going to go back to the top of the order. Here's Bird once again.
Hey, let's go on 2. Let's keep going.
Bird led off the game with a walk. Gino's pitcher's been a bit wild to start things off. I feel like he's still getting warmed up. And this one's jacked to right center. And off the wall. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. And they're waving Steph around, and she's going to make it easily. So that's a 3-run RBI double for Bird. Clearing the bases with that double. As I said earlier, talent abound on this day. I'm surprised the scouts aren't here. Then again, this is a charity event. There's a walk for Annie. Putting runners on first and second, which is going to bring up Zach, who flied to right center his first time up. That was the first out here in this half of the inning. And this is a high fly ball to right field. Sheik under it and caught for the 3rd out, but Legend Killers bounce back to take an 8-6 lead following the 6-run start for G&O. So we're going to the 2nd inning. And Legend Killers are out on top. So G&O coming in. We got Legend Killers going out. Speaking of going out, if you'd like to go out with me, feel free to give me a call. It is 513-739-3837. And coming up, leading off for Gino is Crystal.
No, but I am willing to buy something.
And Crystal takes a cut. This one's lined to center field, and that's going to split the defenders. She's rounding first, headed for second, and she'll hold there with a leadoff double. She is now 2 for 2. Beautiful swing. So that's going to bring up Johnny. He singled and scored in the 1st inning. Big cut. Fly to left field. And we got a nice jump and grab. And Crystal's going to tag on the play and head over to 3rd. So we got 1 down. Takes the big cut, and left fielder ranges over to make the nice grab. And hers the throw in to make sure the damage is limited, as Crystal only makes it to 3rd base on the play. They're going to credit Johnny with the sacrifice fly, and here's Punky up. And that is ruled a strikeout. So that's kind of the ultimate embarrassment. Punky's now 1 for 2. And they're now 2 away with Crystal standing on 3rd. Pat's coming up now. He walked and scored. This one's hit really well to right center. And warning track power. That's out number 3. So Gino's half of the inning is done. We're going to go to the bottom of the 2nd. And Gino trails the Legend Killers 8-6. Now as the Legend Killers come in and get ready to hit, we're going to start things off with Dana. On deck is Sean the Kid, and in the hole we have Shaq. Oh, everyone's just having fun today. It's so great to see. And speaking of fun, we'll be doing this again next year. Feel free to check out our page on Facebook, the Denny Buehler Memorial Tournament. If you'd like any updates on what we're doing and what we have planned, that will be updated. And we had a scorching ground ball hit the second base. She couldn't quite get a glove on it. Good effort, though. I'm just kidding. She just took her eye off the ball. Really messed up. But we're going to rule that a single for Dana. And the kid is up now. And the windup, the pitch. Bolted left center. And we quickly have 2 aboard for the Legend Killers. And you can see him really step into this one. Didn't quite get all of it, but he got enough for the base hit. And here is Shaq. And she hits this one opposite field, and that is caught out there for our first out. So a fly out to the left center fielder is going to make it 1 away. Still 2 aboard. This is Brad, who had a 2 RBI single last inning. He later came around to score. And he's going to take that as a walk. That's going to score a run. Kid on third, Brad on second. And Michelle is coming up to hit now. Shelly's been a key player in this tournament because you do need a certain amount of people to field a roster, and she's certainly helped with that. Line shot up the middle. That's a base hit. Sean's coming in to score. Brad will hold at third, and Michelle's on board with an RBI single. And a nice cut. Hit them where they ain't. So here's Kenny. He walked his last time up.
Go ahead. Okay, so.
And that is hit long and deep. Left center. And that's going to take a bounce, hit the ball. Brad's going to come in to score. Michelle's hustling around, and she's going to make it to third base safely as Kenny gets his first extra base hit of the double.
Hammering on me all weekend. Hammer, hammer, hammer.
Big cut.
I don't know. Before Eddie got mad and left, she comes up to me. She goes.
So Kenny's RBI double
She's hot and tired. Can we just give it to
pushes
her now?
Shelley to third, and
She was doing that some earlier too.
that's going to bring up Steph, who
But Edna
will
does
take a walk.
deserve it. She's right, but
I agree, but you know,
Kim was being an ass about it.
yeah. She's hounding me all freaking weekend.
Is this the same
like I'm
trophy?
gonna put in a fix for her. Huh?
So with Steph aboard on the walk, that's going to load the bases and bring up Bird. And this one slugged deep to right center. Sheik under it and got it at the warning track. All runners tagging. And another run is scored for the Legend Killers as they build on their lead. So Berg's clutch hit, sacrifice fly, if you will, brings in the 4th run of the inning. And that one's fielded cleanly at second base and flipped to first for the 3rd out. But the damage is done as Legend Killers take a 12-6 lead over G&O. We're now headed to the 3rd inning.
I'm just gonna tell you it's a magnet out there.
And starting things off in the bottom of the 2nd for, or, excuse me, the top of the 3rd for G&O will be Tanya, followed by Timmy, and then Becky. My name is Weave Stalls. I'll be here with you the rest of the tournament, unless I pass out, and I'll try not to. In fact, I've been trying to avoid disappointment the entire time I've been here, and I've failed miserably, so I'd like to at least get this one thing right. If you'd like, you can find me on Facebook, but please don't. And getting things started, we got Kenny on the mound, and Tanya is going to be up to bat. Hope you enjoyed my profile. And we got a big cut, diving stop at short, and a nice pick at first. Great plays on both sides of the diamond there. So Tanya bounces into the 6-3 putout. Excellent pick. So that's going to bring up Timmy. Timmy had an RBI single in the first inning. Later came around to score. And we got a ground ball, second base. Fielded well. Flipped over for out number 2. And we got quickly 2 away. And that's going to bring up Becky. As you can see, just absolute textbook fundamentals, as Legend Killers have been known for. And we got a pop flare. And Shaq's got it at third base. So Becky's out on the pop-up. And we're headed to the bottom of 3. Yeah, just let it get in on the hands a little bit too much there. And basket catch. It's going to be the 3rd out. So let's take another look at that nice snag we had earlier. 1 hop, and 1 hop, and 1 out. Job well done. So, leading things off for the Legend Killers, we're going to see Zach. He has been very consistent this game, flying out to right center both times up. I suppose that's a catcher. I don't think she knows what she's supposed to be doing, or at least it doesn't appear that way. And you can get a little shot of the cameraman there. Really nice young gentleman. Always nice to see here. And that pitch is off the plate. Hit flat, so Zach is headed to second base on the walk. And Dana up now. Dana's 1 for 1 with a sac fly RBI, as well as a run scored. She singled last inning. And that pitch goes a little too deep. That means 2 aboard. That's going to bring up the kid. He's 1 for 1, has 2 runs scored. And I'm still trying to decide whether he's really sweaty or if he's just bad at aiming with the water bottle. Well, pitcher has some bad aim there, as that's a walk, and that's going to bring in a run. So Legend Killers built on their lead to make it 13-6. Still no one out. You got Dana on third. The kid on second here is Shaq. Shaq flied left center last time up. Gets in on the hands, and that is foul ball out of play for your first out in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Still 2 aboard. That's going to bring up Brad. Brad has singled and walked, has 2 runs scored, as well as 2 RBIs this game. Pitch is swung on, belted opposite field, and that's a line single. And both Dana and the kid are going to make it around the score, so that's a 2 RBI single for Brad. Nice cut. And here we have Shelly. She singled her last time up. And we got the 4 to 6 to 3 double play in time. Flip, backhanded, and return to first, and Legend Killers managed to put 3 across the board. And they build on their lead to make this one 15-6. So we're headed to the 4th inning. We'll be seeing Sheik lead things off. On deck is Becca, and then we're back to the top of the order with Burke. And as you can see, the Legend Killers are totally high on their, well, just flat out dominance this game. And spirits are high, and they're charging out there, and can't wait to get going here in the 4th inning. And as I said, be sure to use the protective gear. He's got the left leg brace. That's for Sheik there. And this one's popped first base side. First baseman calling. And there's our first out. And that's going to bring up Becca. Becca had an RBI double. And I believe that was the 1st inning. And this one's lined to second. And quickly 2 away on the 4-3 ground up. Not a bad swing at all, just solid defense with Dana flipping it over for the out. So here's Burke. He's 1 for 2, doubled in the 1st. And that's a line shot ripped up the middle. And that's going to be first base hit of the inning for G&O. So with Burke on first, this is Crystal. She's 2 for 2. RBI, run scored, single and a double. With 2 down, they're gonna need a big rally here to climb back in it. And we got a nice diving grab by the pitcher and flip to first. The 1-3 put out. What an excellent play. I'd love to see that again. Here we go. Boom. That's just cat-like reflexes. As I said, Kenny is known for his speed. So it's now time that we go to the bottom of the 4th. This is our 4th inning stretch. If you'll just excuse me one moment, I'm literally going to stretch.
Right next to me. I come in, you don't want it. I like stand by that. Here we go, win another inning.
All right, I'm back. That was fun. Okay, so bottom half of the 4th, Kenny due up. He's been doing a great job in the mound. He managed to snare that liner back at him last inning. And this one's hit well to left. But a nice run and grab is going to make that the first out. So he is now 1 for 2. See? Big cut. Made the left fielder move a little bit. Maybe trying to put in an effort to wear him out. That's going to bring up Steph. Steph has reached base both times she's been up. She also scored in the 1st inning. And a line shot ripped to left field. So that's a 1-out single. And it's going to bring us back around to Berg. Berg is 1 for 1 with a run scored, 3 RBIs. And that's hit well to right, and Steph had to hold on for just a moment, but she's going to get going and round second, head for third. And that's a 1-out double for Berg. And that's going to bring up Annie. Annie grounded out her last time up, walked the 2 times before. She was the 2nd run for the Legend Killers. And that base hit up the middle is going to be an RBI single for Annie. So Steph comes in to score. Berg holds at second, and Annie's on first with the RBI knock. It's going to bring up Zach. He's 1 for 3, doubled last inning. And that one's jacked up the middle. They're waving Berg around. He'll score easily, and Annie's going to head over to third.
If she gets it, I'm out.
And that's an RBI single for Zach. And he put everything into that, and it pays off because that's another run for the Legend Killers. And that pitch is a ball way inside. So Dana's going to head to first with Zach on his way to second. Bases are loaded, one down. And the kid is up. He's 1 for 1 with a couple walks. And he has scored each time he has reached base this game. And this one's hit high and deep. And that's going to score runs. And he scores. Zach's coming around. And Dana's going to hold at third, so that's a 2 RBI double for the kid. And that's a nice piece of hitting there. As you can see on the weight transfer, he knows how to put the power into his bat. And Shaq up now, back up the middle. And that's going to plate in another run. So Shaq, RBI base hit up the middle. As Dana comes in and the kid moves to third. We're going to see Brad now, who has 4 RBIs this game. And that's going to go 5-4 for the fielder's choice, but the kid comes in to score. Shaq out at second. Yeah, the speed avoided the double play there. And we got a line shot to left field. And that is our third out, as Michelle is now 1 for 3 with the ball. But the damage is done as the Legend Killers tack on 6. They were just 1 run away from winning this game, as the 15-run mercy rule goes in effect after 4 innings. After 5 innings, that mercy rule becomes 10 runs. So we're going to need to see G&O score at least 5 runs.
Hey, he really could use a bath tonight, too. Let her know.
Come to think of it, I believe that may be our mercy rule. We're going to... Yes, it turns out we are up to 21 runs, as I am being told. So if G&O is able to score this inning, they'll be able to continue the game. Otherwise, mercy rule will go in effect. Actually, I'm not even sure on that. I'm going to double check with somebody.
No, I think it's 4 whole innings. They're the home team. It's a 15-run. It's mercy rule. I think it's mercy rule.
He's got 21.
15 runs after 4. He's saying after 5 still. All right.
All right, so that is a 26 ball game as opposed to 21-6, which explains the confusion there. I'll be honest, that's all my fault, as we're here in the top of the 5th inning. And that's a base hit single going to the first base side. So Pat's RBI single is going to tack on a run for G&O, making it 20-7. And here's Tanya taking the walk here in one-pitch softball. And the bases are loaded, which brings up Timmy. Timmy's 1 for 2. He had an RBI single in the first, later came around to score. And this one is jacked deep to right center. And that one hops the wall. Punky comes in to score. Pat's rounded third. And there will be no throw, so that's a 2-run single for Timmy. That's a big hit there. Key for G&O. Still no outs. Becky up now. She's over 2. And make that over 3. She fouls out there. And here's Sheik. He's 1 for 2. Hits this one very high in the air to right field. And there is your second out. There'll be no tag. And now we're at the bottom of the order. This is Becca coming up. As you can see, he got under it just a bit. And smooth catch made out there and right. So Becca 1 for 2 with the double. Goes opposite field directly to the right center fielder. So now we have the mercy rule in effect. It's a 20-9 victory for the Legend Killers over G&O. And our next game is going to be the championship game. So stick around. Our final is 29. Congratulations, Legend Killers. My name is Weaven Stalls. On behalf of the Denny Buehler Memorial Tournament and Waycross Media, thank you very much. And goodbye.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title, along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio, 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.